Radha Samukha Samsakti, Saki Sangi Vasari, Tramam Satam Bande, Mahavra Shai Vigram. Hey Guru Gandhi Vandra, Shulavada Daka, Nakasi, Vidavasana, Pasada, Pasidavana, Panaya Pichara, Amsavakasana, Savasasti Sabata, Kripa Pexakali, Tanta Presa Satpuramishwan, Namo Mahavranaya, Krishna Prabhupradayate, Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya, Nandi Guru Say Namo, Nityananda Nami, Savana Karam, Harinama Pradeva, Madhurita Suramanin, Vande Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Savati Prabhupradaya, Krishna Krishna Jaitam Surato Pambo, Mamanda Matigiti, Matsara Suratam Roja, Ramano, Ananda Nilamari Grahara, Hemavati Yakshtavi Sundaraya, Tasmai Mahaprabhu Sapradaya, Chaitanya Chandaya Namaste, Chaitanya Chandaya Namaste, Chaitanya Chandaya Namaste, Chidada Data Nijigupti Vitam, Sopena Namamitam Atidara, Pamam Yovidara Goda, Krishna Janabhyasam, Bhajay, Pachidata Bhagam Krishna, Bhaktarupa Surupkam, Bhaktavatram, Bhaktakyam, Dhanami Bhakta Shaktikam, Vande Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhupada, Charopiam, Sakurupam, Bhaktivina, Krishna Prabhupada, Namaskar to Vishak, Krishna Divya, Chakti, Namakandiya, Vaisnavya, Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasaya, Bhutale, Srimate Gauravinda Swami, Niti Namine. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Siva Sri Gaura Govinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Tatpadam Dashkamyena Tasmai Shri Guru. So today is, as Maharaj said, and as you all know, you must have heard it 100 times today at least, is Gaura Purnima, the appearance of Sri Sachidananda and Gaura Hari, praying Purushottam Mahaprabhu, giver of praying, father of prema. Just like Guru David would always say, Srila Gauravinda, somebody would say, his Madhava Purushottama, his strict follower of Vedic culture, he accepted only one wife. Krishna is Guru Purushottama, means he is performs wonderful pastimes with the devotees. But Mahaprabhu is Prema Purushottama, giver of prema. Very rare. As Maharaj said, even when Krishna returned, and it's described in the 4th chapter of the Adi Lila, when Krishna returned to Braj, that Goloka region, he realized there's something that's missing. Some mellow is missing. And I've not achieved that mellow. Therefore, I will have to go again. And he came as Mahaprabhu. So, as Maharaj said, and it's been said many times, Krishna appears once in a day of Brahma. And Mahaprabhu appears once in a day of Brahma. So, Lord Brahma, he sees Krishna and Mahaprabhu every day. And Gaura does not come in every Kali Yuga. This is special Kali Yuga. Gaura comes once in a day. Once in a day means, and I'll attempt to explain that. Lifetime of Brahma, according to the Vedas, is 311 trillion, 40 billion years. The length of the universe, according to the Puranas, is 400 million yojanas. Day of Brahma is 4 billion, 320 million years. Night of Brahma is 4 billion, 320 billion years. So his one day, his 24 hours, is 8 billion, 640 million years. In the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he says, in this Borma Leela that's just gone of Krishna, when that Ras Leela was performed on the bank of the Yamuna, that went for a night of Brahma. Night of Brahma means 4 billion, 320 million years. When the Kirtan party of Mahaprabhu went to the house of the Chankazi, that lasted for a day of Brahma, 4 billion, 320 million years. So Mahaprabhu comes once in that period. So in a lecture given by my Gurudev, Srila Gaura Swami, Gaura Purnima, Bhubaneswar, March 17, 1995, he said, Gaura does not come in every Kali Yuga. He comes in special Kali Yuga. This is now a special Kali Yuga. This Kali Yuga is special Kali Yuga because Gaura has come. In other Kali Yugas, his plenary portion comes, as he says, only to establish Yuga Dharma. Yada yada hidana shakti. But a plenary portion of Krishna cannot give prema. This Braja prema cannot be given by the avatar, the regular avatar in Kali Yuga. So this is special Kali Yuga since Krishna himself came as Gaura to give prema. So, a night of Brahma, a day of Brahma. Oh, we're on that.
Yeah, that's good.
Too loud, is it?
Just distortion in the
Ah,
mic.
okay. Sorry. So, a day of Brahma, a night of Brahma, Ras Leela, a night of Brahma, Kirtan to the Chankazi's house, a day of Brahma means, how can you understand it? It's a chincha, right? A chincha means inconceivable. A chincha Kali Yuga Baba, Natam Sakena Yotiya. Mahabharata says, you cannot understand the supreme absolute reality with your mundane senses, mundane mind, mundane intellect, etc. So how do you understand? So, I'm talking about me. He was pointing at me, right? So, in the words of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says, Ahupsike Vastu Sravanaika Vaida, which means you cannot understand the absolute reality with these mundane senses, mundane body, etc. You need to hear from someone who has come from that platform. So that is the Turiya Dharma, the Dharma of the fourth dimension. And that fourth dimension is the land of Krishna. We live in a three-dimensional world, length, breadth, height, or length, breadth, width. Push it. I'm too loud. Sorry. Right? So that's how we'll understand. Otherwise you won't understand. This material world is length, breadth, width. This material world is material senses, material mind, material ego, material intellect. Mahaprabhu is beyond that. It is said by Sri Narahari Thakur, he's written that Chaitanya Bhakti Punya Krishna Stu Bhagavan Swayam. Krishna and Mahaprabhu are the same, but the difference is Mahaprabhu is Krishna with Bhakti Punya added. Bhakti Punya means last limit of Bhakti. Last limit of Bhakti means Madhanakya, which I'll explain later. So, Krishna appears once in a day of Brahma. So in the Tattva Sandhava of Jiva Goswami, and the commentary on that by Srila Baladev Vidyasana, it is said, what happens is, when Krishna comes, the yugas swap around. So the yugas are Satya, Dwapa, Treta, Kali. When Krishna comes, it becomes Satya, Treta, Dwapa, Kali. And Krishna has his Icha Shakti, which means supreme willpower. Whatever Krishna wills, that is supreme. Krishna willed that Yudhishthira would rule the whole world, that happened. Krishna willed that the Pandavas would win the battle of Kuru, etc., that happened. When Subhadra came of age, Balaram wanted her to marry Duryodhana, but Krishna wanted her to marry Arjuna. Krishna's younger brother, but when Krishna, after he spoke to Balaram, she married Arjuna. Because Krishna's Icha Shakti, willpower, is supreme. So Mahaprabhu appears once in a day of Brahma, and he appears in that Kali Yuga directly after that Dwapa Yuga where Krishna appears. So that Icha Shakti, that supreme willpower of Krishna, takes a back seat when Mahaprabhu comes. And what takes the front seat? What takes precedence? The Kripa Shakti. Mercy, Namo Mahabharanaya Krishna Prabhupada. Krishna Krishna Chaitanya, Name Guru Prasena. Right, mercy. So therefore the Isha Shakti, Krishna's supreme willpower, takes the back seat. And the mercy power, Kripa Shakti, takes the front seat. Takes precedence. And Mahaprabhu and Nityananda's all about mercy. So in the Jaiva Dharma, chapter 17, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur talks about the two areas of Goloka Vrindavan. The Krishna pit and the Gaura pit. So one is doing sadhana and worships Krishna and doing sadhana. Once he attains perfection and is successful, he will attain the body in that Krishna pit, where Radha and Krishna are performing their pastimes. But Gaura pit, if you are worshipping Gauranga Mahaprabhu and doing sadhana, when you perfect yourself and attain perfection, you'll take a birth and you'll get a body in the Adurya Dham, or the Gaura pit, the land of Mahaprabhu, the transcendental land of Mahaprabhu. If you worship Sri Radha Krishna and Mahaprabhu, doing your sadhana, and once you attain perfection, then you will get, in the words of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, two personalities. One will be in the Adurya, or the Gaura pit, and the other one will be in the Madhurya, or the Krishna pit. Two bodies. Again, a chincha, it's inconceivable. You cannot understand. I can't understand. I remember in Bhubaneswar, Guru Maharaj would always speak, Srila Govinda Swami, he would always say, don't try and understand, just listen. Because it is beyond the concept of the three-dimensional world. When Krishna comes, it's still beyond the dimension of the concept of the three-dimensional world. When Mahaprabhu comes, it's still beyond that concept. That's why it's very important. And in the words of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he says that Mahant Guru, the foremost living sadhana, will come before you as Sri Guru. And that personality will explain the Siddhanta. So that Adurya is supported by Madhurya. And the Madhurya, or that, the Madhurya is appended by the Adurya. So in other words, in the land of Mahaprabhu, the Adurya is more prominent. And in the land of Madhurya and the land of Krishna, the Madhurya is more important, or more prominent. So when Mahaprabhu comes, what does he do? Screams, he yells. It's actually, there's a story because when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a little boy in Nimai, he was very boisterous, and he would associate with Gadadhar, and Mother Sakshi would say, oh, this Gadadhar Pandit, this Gadadhar, he really knows little Nimai's moves, he knows how to calm him down. Because he would get very, very boisterous. But Mahaprabhu's Krishna comes as Radharani, and Gadadhar Pandit's expansion of Srimati Radhika, so yeah, he knows what to do, right? Krishna's getting out of hand, he knows what to do. So, when Mahaprabhu comes, he does many things. And there are three internal reasons why he came, three external reasons. And if I've got time, I'll explain that. If not, I think Maharaj explained that. Didn't you? No, you didn't. Okay. No. So, in the words of my Gurudev, there's a giant festival going on in Goloka Vrindavan. Massive festival in the land of Mahaprabhu. When Mahaprabhu comes, that giant festival is exported to this world. That giant kirtan, that giant Goloka Purnima Harinam Sankirtan is exported to this world. And Mahaprabhu comes with all his associates, right? Sri Dhammalaka Swami is Lalita Devi, number one confidant of Srimati Radhika. Ramananda Roy is Vishaka Devi, number two confidant of Srimati Radhika. Rupa Manjari comes with Rupa Goswami. So many Mahants come. Even giant Vijay came. They took 3 incarnations of demons, and then they became Jagai and Madhava, and then they became Jagannath and Madhava. They were given new names by Mahaprabhu, and then they started, and then the Gaura Gandhis, the biggest subscribers, they had their own branches, and they were the 89th and 90th branch of the Mahaprabhu's tree that we've got the verse. Mahaprabhu's giant tree of love of God. So many, this giant tree with giant branches, etc. They became the 89th and 90th branch. So they even came, so many Mahants came. And that giant festival went on right here. And it said in Chaitanya Bhagavata that I'll get to that later. So number one giant festival. Number two, he established a storehouse of love of God. Storehouse of love of God, storehouse of prema is not a concomitant factor of this material world. It's not here. It's exported in. Exported by Mahaprabhu and the Mahants that come with Mahaprabhu. So he established that storehouse of love of God, and he made Sri Nityananda Thakur the custodian, he made Sanatana Goswami the doorkeeper. So Nityananda Prabhu, he's Kripanay Punya, the last name of mercy, and Sanatana Goswami, he is the Sambandhacharya relationship. What is your relationship? How to act in that relationship. That is Sanatana Goswami. And what do? They knock the bolts out of the door, push the doors down, and just said, everyone, please come and take. Please take, please take, please take, please. So number three, he established the Sri Gauranga Samaj. Sri Gauranga Samaj is that place where all Vaishnavas can be accommodated. Right? All Vaishnavas can be accommodated. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written about this. He's written a 20-page article on it, brilliant article, absolutely brilliant. In it he says that if the Kanishta does not associate with the Madhyamadikari, he will make no advancement. The Madhyam, if he doesn't associate with an Uttamadikari, he will make no advancement. And he says this Sri Gauranga Samaj, very non-sectarian mission. Because Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote in 1885 in the Sacred Notation, he said Mahaprabhu didn't come for a few men of India. He came for everybody, irrespective of caste, creed, gender, colour, group affiliation, totally non-sectarian. And he also said, that the 11th obstacle for the Vaishnava is sectarianism, where one thinks there are only Vaishnavas in my group. There's only Vaishnavas here. Anywhere else outside of here, no Vaishnava. That is sectarianism. And what will happen is one will lose sight of the Siddhanta of the Gaudiyas. And that sectarian mentality is everywhere. It's everywhere. So, the Sri Gauranga Samaj, and who are members of that Sri Gauranga Samaj? Who did Mahaprabhu make members? Varanasi, he spoke to Prakashananda Saraswati and all the Mayavada sannyasis, and he turned them. Isn't it? So they became members. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he became a member. The great Pandit Keshava Kashmiri, he became a member. Isn't it? Everyone was included. Mahaprabhu didn't leave anyone out, isn't it? And in the Chaitanya Bhagavata, written by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur has written a commentary. In the first chapter, Adhikam, first chapter, the first verse, in the commentary, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Sri Nityananda Thakur did not come as cowherd boys dancing with cowherd girls doing Rasa Leela. He said they came as Jagat Guru Acharyas, the crest jewel of all the Brahmins. And they delivered the fallen conditioned souls. And Mahaprabhu did Acharya Leela. He went south, east, west. He stayed in the house of Venkata Bhatta for 4 months of the rainy season, isn't it? Chalamasa. And he stayed with him, his brother Tirumalaya Bhatta, and the other brother who had already taken sannyas, Sri Rangam, Sri Sampradaya Sannyas, Sri Prabhadananda Saraswati. And he also became a follower of Mahaprabhu. And little Gaura was running around playing with Mahaprabhu's feet, little boy. So he did so many things, right? So he started, he brought in that giant festival. He opened the storehouse of love of God. And he started the Sri Gauranga Samaj. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says at the end of that article, anyone not following these principles of the Sri Gauranga Samaj, that place where all Vaishnavas are accommodated, I cannot see how long that society will last. I cannot say. So we have to be totally open. And that's very hard in this day and age. Anyway, so there are many books written on the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There are many books written. Some Siddhanta, some life story, some Siddhanta and life story. Sri Chaitanya Manjusa by Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is a book, and that book encompasses, and he wrote 2 verses on the Siddhanta encapsulated of Mahaprabhu. Radyo Bhagavan Brajesa Tanayas Tadama, etc. I think I've forgotten. Radyo Bhagavan Brajesa Tanayas Tadama Vrindavana Ramyak Prachit Upasana Brajavado Bhaganaya Kapita Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamamadya Pranyapamathamaham Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Natamitam Tatro Jara Napalaham. What that means is the topmost personality we worship is Sri Krishna. This is Mahaprabhu's mood. The topmost place or dham is Krishna's dham. The worship of the gopis, the samradik, is the topmost worship that can be performed. Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost shastra, it is the spotless proof, and prema is the goal. If we take prema out of the equation, if we just stay with sadhana, that can become an anatta. Gurudev said that. He's the one who goes through the Guru in the Swami. If we take prema out of the equation, if we take sadhya out of the equation, we don't understand that, and we only have sadhana, that can be an anatta. So bhajan doesn't only include sadhana, it includes sadhya. Just like Srila Krishna Kaviraj Swami says, Vadimad Mapaya Braja Krishna Chandra. You won't get Krishna in Braj just by doing Vaidhi. It can only happen by spontaneous bhakti. So, there are many books written on the, as I said, on the life and glories and Siddhanta of Mahaprabhu. Next one is by Srila Prabhupada Saraswati, who is the brother of Venkata. He wrote a book called Sri Chaitanya Chandramrita. Then there is the book by Sri Murari Gupta, who is Hanuman in Ram Lila. He wrote that Sri Chaitanya Charitra. Then there is a book by Srila Lochan Das Thakur, Sri Chaitanya Mangala. Srila Lochan Das Thakur is the disciple of Narahari Thakur Saka. Narahari Thakur Saka is a associate of Mahaprabhu. And Srila Narahari Thakur Saka wrote a very famous book called Sri Krishna Bhajanamrita, which Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur published in 1899 in Bengali. Then there is Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, written by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur is the Vyas of Chaitanya Lila. When Vyas appeared, he wrote the Upanishads, he wrote the Puranas, Mahabharata, Gita, so many books. Vyas was Shakti Vaisavatam Ramayan and Kusumapita cowherd boy in that body. Very powerful personality. So, Srila Vrindavan Thakur, he wrote Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata is a lot of the earlier pastimes of Mahaprabhu. Many stories in there. He talks about the kirtan of Mahaprabhu. And he says that people would come from all over to hear the kirtan of Mahaprabhu. They would come in millions, he said, and they would just trample whole forests. That's what he wrote. And he says, you may not believe me, but it's a fact. And then he said, the body of Mahaprabhu, in the kirtan, his body looks soft like butter. And you know how you see the wind lightly hit the trees and the leaves quivered. He said Mahaprabhu's whole body was quivering and chanting loudly the holy name. So, this Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata is a brilliant book. In fact, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, he said that he felt it was more important to distribute the Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata than the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. That was his words. So, then there was the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And then in the modern age, I say early 19th century, 1930, 1940, there was a book written by, he was a university professor in the Calcutta University, Dinesh Chandra Singh. He wrote a book about Sri Chaitanya and his associates. And in it, I've said this many times, but in it he said, India, at the time of Mahaprabhu, India was hit with a giant wave of prema. Spurred on by Mahaprabhu and his associates, and it started in Orissa in the south and went to Assam and Manipur in the north. And it went 225,000 miles, square miles. That's how far the Kirtan party of Mahaprabhu reached. So when you go out on Harinam or we chant here, it's a big thing. It may not be the Prem Nam Sankirtan of Mahaprabhu, right? It may not be. Might be. Might be. But it is the minimum. What was that?
Inspired by.
Inspired by.
Can't hear.
Inspired by.
Yeah. At minimum, it's namabas, means concentrated on the holy name. We are fixed on the holy name. So in that book, Sri Chaitanya and Associates, that professor from the Calcutta University in 1930, 1940 wrote this book, and Mahaprabhu's wave of prema covered 225 square miles of India. Then, in a very modern age, there is a book written on the Antaranga Leela of Mahaprabhu. Right. That book is called The Embankment of Separation. That is by His Divine Grace Sri Srila Gaura Purnima. This book, if you want to understand the internal reasons why Mahaprabhu appeared, why Mahaprabhu stayed in Puri, the internal reason, not the external reason. You want to understand all these things, then you will have to study that book. And the best is to study that book under the guidance of the foremost living Mahant, Sadhguru, that Krishna sent. So then, Mahaprabhu does not do Harinam, right? Just like in a couple of Sandarbhas I was quoted earlier, in the opening stanzas, it's described that in the next set of 4 yugas, in the Treta Yuga, the avatar is green, and then the Kali Yuga that comes directly after it is black. Amsa avatar, heart. He does Harinam, but he doesn't do Braja Prema. He doesn't do Prema. Mahaprabhu does Prema. And this is described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and I'll just read it in English, alright? So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, verse 4, chapter 4, verse 39, thus with two intentions the Lord appeared with his devotees, and Lord appeared with his devotees, that's that giant festival, tasted the nectar of Prema with the congregational chanting of the holy name. Nam Prem Sankirtan. Right. And then in Adi Leela, verse 440, thus he spread Kirtan. That's Mahaprabhu. Spread Kirtan even among the untouchables. That's most of us. No offense. In India, right, in the days of, in older days, Westerner was considered Leksha Yavana, meat-eating barbarian. Not very high, okay? I'm not being racist, but that's what we considered. So, thus he spread like Kirtan, even among the untouchables, He wove a wreath of the holy name of Prema with which he garlanded the entire material world. That's Mahaprabhu. Then, in the Anjalila, chapter 20, verse 35, natural humility and eagerness then awoke in Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He prayed to Krishna to be able to chant the Maha Mantra in ecstatic love. Pranam Sankirtan. And Mahaprabhu's Kirtan is Pranam Sankirtan. So if you go on Kirtan, there's one Mahabhagavad in the Kirtan, and he is leading, and he chants, and you follow. That is the Pranam Sankirtan of Mahaprabhu. If there was one Mahant, one great personality chanting, then that is the Kirtan of Mahaprabhu, even us in our untouchable state. That's why the association of these great personalities is so important, great for the inner living. So, should I stop?
No.
It's good.
Keep going. We have to start the Abhishekam fairly soon.
Shall I?
Just 5 minutes in, and then Mukunda was going to say some words, then did he?
I'll start. Mukunda's going to speak.
I don't want to speak. I'd rather listen to you.
Finish your 5 minutes, then we'll do Gauranga Balita. 2 minutes now, finish.
2 minutes. Wind it up. So, the Pranam Sankirtan of Mahaprabhu. And in the Sri Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Madhyakan, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, he quotes that verse, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga Dana, Bhakti E Krishna Smara Kandana. Means, Bhakti Yoga means devotional service, right? So it's said 3 times. It means it's very important. Devotional service, devotional service, devotional service. Means chanting Hare Krishna, thinking of Krishna, crying tears of ecstasy. That is Bhava, entering into praying. That's not like what we do, it's not. Right, so Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga Dana. So the greatest wealth is that Bhakti Yoga. Then in his commentary to this, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, Prayojana Tattva. So that's Sambandha Tattva means relationship. There's only one relationship, there's a relationship with Krishna. The second Bhakti Yoga means Abhideya. Abhideya means how to act in that relationship. That is Krishna Bhakti. And the third one is Prayojana. Prayojana means praying Prayojana. What is the goal? The goal is Prema. Abhideya Nam Bhakti, Prema Prayojana. Purushottam. Anyway, goal is Prema. So he says, this is significant here, Prema, to propagate that holy name that will give Krishna praying. The only way you'll get Krishna praying is to associate with all the pure associates of Mahaprabhu. I can't give it to you. I don't know if you can give it to someone else. But to associate with that Premi Bhakta, and that's very difficult. Because what stands in the way of us associating with the Premi Bhakta? Our mind, our intellect, our ego, our bank balance, our job, our occupation, our profession, our employment, our wife, our husband, our kids, our blah, 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 blah. And that's what stands in the way. Otherwise, there'll be one day a knock at the door, and you'll open it, and the foremost living sadhu will be standing at the doorway. Okay, I just want to say one more thing, right? Can I just... So Mahaprabhu, this is a very important point. Mahaprabhu's initiation, right? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he went to Gaya under the pretext of, or the idea of doing the Shraddha ceremony for departed relatives. So he went there to perform the Shraddha ceremony. But what happened when he got there? He saw this self-effulgent personality. No? He met Sri Ishvara Puri, head of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. And he thought, who is this personality? So what did he do? He went to the ashram of Ishvara Puri. He paid Dandavats and he said, will you please initiate me? And what did Ishvara Puri say? Huh? No, no, he said, I'll not only give you mantra, I'll give you my very life. So in the commentary, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says that what Mahaprabhu did is the example for everyone in all time, in all places, under all circumstances, as far as initiation is concerned. One goes to that sadhu, one pays dandavats, and one says, "Will you please initiate?" Mahaprabhu set the example with everything. Okay, dandavats everyone, thank you very much.